Top football players accused of rape. Cristiano Ronaldo. The first football player accused of rape is the Portuguese superstar, Cristiano Ronaldo. Back in 2010, a young woman claimed that Cristiano Ronaldo had raped her. Following the publication of a report on the allegations, the Real Madrid players' agency dismissed the story as journalistic fiction. The American woman claimed that the Portuguese star had raped her in Las Vegas years ago, and that he had paid her to remain silent. The woman decided to go public for the first time and to file a complaint against Ronaldo. She claimed to possess a document that could be extremely dangerous for him. In 2010, Ronaldo's lawyers and a mediator sat together with the young American woman to seek an out-of-court settlement. In fact, in 2010, Catherine Mayorga, a former teacher and model, was raising questions about the validity of a confidentiality agreement and $375,000 £292,537 hush money she received from the sports star. She said in court documents she met the Portuguese footballer at a nightclub in 2009 and went with him and other people to his suite at the Palms Hotel and Casino, where he allegedly assaulted her in a bedroom. Ronaldo, on the other hand, has repeatedly denied Mayorga's accusation that he raped her in a Las Vegas hotel, maintaining that the sex was consensual. Top football players accused of rape. Neymar. In 2019, a lady accused Paris Saint-Germain star Neymar of rape in a police report. The alleged rape, according to accounts, took place in Paris. After exchanging messages with the international star on Instagram, the complainant said she traveled from Brazil to France with the purpose of seeing him. The woman said Neymar met her at a hotel and was drunk and violent before forcibly having sex with her without her consent, according to reports. The woman said she was upset and afraid to speak up when she returned to Brazil 2 days later. She did, however, decide to complete the report in Sao Paulo. Neymar Jr., on the other hand, has disputed allegations he raped the woman in Paris. According to the woman, Neymar gave her with a plane ticket from Brazil to France as well as luxury accommodations. After that, he had sexual relations with her. Top football players accused of rape. David De Gea. David De Gea Quintana was born on November 7, 1990, in Madrid, Spain. He is a goalkeeper for Manchester United of the Premier League and the Spanish national team. He is recognized as one of the world's top goalkeepers. De Gea, the goalkeeper for Manchester United, was charged with sexual assault in Spain in 2016. De Gea was charged with arranging encounters between players and females. A protected witness identified De Gea as the person who planned and paid for a meeting in a Madrid hotel in 2012 between two Spain under-21 players and two women. "This surprises me," De Gea remarked. "I deny it, and that's the end of it. It's a fabrication, a fabrication." A woman claims she was forced to have sexual contact with a new girl and two footballers, one of whom being Athletic Bilbao striker Iker Casillas Munian, and the other, who she thought was one of his Spain under-21 teammates at the time but has not been recognized. Isco, a Real Madrid midfielder, was eventually identified as the other player. According to a report prepared by the Spanish Police's Central Brigade Against People Trafficking, the encounter was organized by the football player David De Gea, currently at Manchester United Football Club, who would also be the person who paid for everything that day, as can be seen in a WhatsApp conversation with Munian. Another witness identified De Gea as the accused recipient of pornographic videos in order to set up meetings with footballers. According to Spanish media, De Gea has not infringed the law, according to police sources. The charges were disputed by De Gea, who described them as serious and false. Munian's representative denied knowing anything about the case. The goalkeeper for Manchester United was the only player who did not applaud Spain's new Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez after he delivered a speech to the national squad before the World Cup was Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea. De Gea and Sanchez have had a tense relationship since the midfielder was accused of rape in Spain in 2016. Top football players accused of rape. Franck Ribéry and Karim Benzema. Karim Mostafa Benzema is a French professional footballer who plays as a striker for Real Madrid and the France national team. He was born on December 19, 1987. Henry Franck Pierre Ribéry, born April 7, 1983, is a professional footballer from France who currently plays for Fiorentina in Serie A. In 2014, a Paris court acquitted Franck Ribéry and Karim Benzema, two of France's most famous footballers, of charges of having sex with an underage prostitute. Both Ribéry and Benzema, on the other hand, denied the assault, paying for sex with Zayane Dihar when she was under the age of 18. She has built a career as a reality TV star and the muse of designer Karl Lagerfeld since the players were originally imprisoned, becoming one of the most well-known figures in France. Ribéry, 30, has admitted to having sex with Dihar, but claims he did not pay and that he did not know what he was doing. Top football players accused of rape. Ryan Giggs, the Manchester United great, was embroiled in one of the most unsettling incidents when his family claimed that he is a sex addict and that he was having extramarital affairs with two women, including his sister-in-law. Ryan's brother Rodri has labeled him a sex addict, claiming that his brother can't stay away from women at night. Imogen Thomas, a Big Brother star, had an affair with the former player. Ryan had an 8-year romance with Natasha, his brother's ex-wife. "Everyone has a vulnerability," Rodri said on a podcast. When Ryan goes out, he says he has to sleep with women. Since his wife's infidelity became public in 2011, Rodri said that he hasn't spoken to his brother or mother. 4 years after ending the affair, Ryan pleaded for his brother's forgiveness. Rodri's wife Natasha was said to have aborted Ryan's baby just before Rodri's wedding. Top football players accused of rape. Footballer Wayne Rooney has been charged with rape. He was exposed in the public for allegedly having affairs with a 52-year-old grandma and two additional £1,000 a night prostitutes while his expectant wife Colleen was pregnant. In 2004, forward Stan Collymore admitted to dogging, or having sex with strangers in parking lots, while Israeli manager Avram Grant was photographed entering a filthy Thai massage parlor, an activity that his wife Sofit described as an innocent gesture by a guy searching for a massage. A 19-year-old inebriated female was also raped by the former Sheffield United striker. Evans was released from jail in 2014 after serving a 5-year sentence and joined League One side Chesterfield. He was later found not guilty of the rape charge, but his reputation was shattered as a result of the false charges. Chet Evans was found guilty of rape in April 2012 and sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. Chet Evans was convicted of rape and sentenced to 2.5 years in prison in April 2012. The Court of Appeal overturned his conviction on April 21, 2016, and a new trial was ordered. He was found not guilty on October 14, 2016. He joined Chesterfield prior to the retrial. Graham Rix was found guilty of raping a 15-year-old friend's daughter. Graham Cyril Rix, an English former professional football player who later became a manager, was born on October 23, 1957. Rix, a football coach who bribed a 15-year-old with alcohol before having sex with her multiple times, was sentenced to 6 months in prison. Rix, a former England international and Chelsea coach, was sentenced to 12 months in prison yesterday after admitting to 2 counts of illicit intercourse with a 15-year-old girl and indecently assaulting her. After serving half of his sentence, the former Arsenal captain was supposed to be released. However, he would be listed on the sex offenders registry for 10 years. Top football players accused of rape. Maradona was accused of rape in 2 separate incidents. Maradona was accused of rapping a journalist, Ekaterina Nadolska, during the 2017 Confederations Cup final in St. Petersburg. Nadolska wanted to interview him at first, but she said Maradona had raped her and she couldn't get away from him. In 2017, during the Confederations Cup final, Diego Maradona, the former footballer, stopped in one of the cultural capital's most luxurious hotels, when journalist Ekaterina Nadolska paid him a visit. The child intended to interview the idol of millions of people and even had a photo taken with Argentinian, which she then posted on social media. Catherine, on the other hand, claimed the next morning that Maradona had sought her and that she had barely escaped. The girl alleged that the Argentine football star tore her dress off and acted indecently. The victim was thrown out of the fancy apartment after she resisted.